So far in this course, we have focused on Liongard as an inventory platform to help you have visibility across your attack surface. But another critical component of attack surface management is to be able to track the changes to the configurations among and within those assets. So here at Liongard, we like to think of configuration change detection as another cornerstone of effective attack surface management. And we're going to explore that in this lesson. Liongard captures data from your system inspectors across your environments multiple times a day, and in some cases with some inspectors in real time. Any changes that have been identified across those inspections will be revealed and surfaced in Liongard as a change detection. And you can look at those changes from the environment level or the system level. Let's review that real quick. Over here in Liongard, I'm going to click on environments. I'm going to go to Contoso Nation, my demo environment. And immediately I see that I have an option to look at all of the change detections that have been detected by Liongard through various timelines. 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, and up to 18 months of historical data. So let's think of a scenario in which having this historical change record can be helpful for you. Let's say somebody at your MSP calls you and says, hey, we noticed that a user named Peter in Contoso Nation has been added to the RDP users list. We did not expect or plan for that to happen, so can you help us find out when that occurred so that we can have more context for how it is that this user was added to that list? Well, here under all of my change detections that have been detected over the past 6 months for Contoso Nation, I see that I'm being surfaced with change detections across several system inspectors. Over in the change detection column, I'm going to type in Peter, and this is going to surface every single change that has been detected for Contoso Nation having to do with Peter. And if I scroll down, I see that there was a change relating to Peter as far as internal forwarding rules or forwarding rule changes, MFA. Oh, there we go. It seems that on September 12th, Peter Parker was added to the remote desktop users summary list for the Active Directory inspector. So having access to this kind of change detection data can give you context to then understand how it is that changes in your environment were introduced and hopefully help you to troubleshoot customer issues faster as well. Now, just as a review, if we go back into our systems page, I want you to also have a view into the change detections that are surfaced within a specific system inspector. I'm going to go into my cloud inspector summary. I'm going to click on contosoedu.com. And again, we've seen the screen before, the system detail screen for this specific inspector. And I can surface those changes by going back and forth between the timeline or selecting a specific date on the calendar. And as I move forward, these yellow deltas will indicate whenever a change occurred, and over on the left-hand side, changes, I will see all of the changes that have been made for this specific inspector. The green shows what has been added. The red shows what has been removed. Now, change detections can be surfaced at the environment or system inspector level, but change detections become really powerful when they are leveraged with actionable alerts. Let's take a look. If we navigate over to Admin, Actionable Alerts, I'm met with this first tab titled Rules. And rules are simply conditions or thresholds set for specific metrics, which will determine when or if an alert will be triggered based on the metric related to that change detection. Let me give you an example. Here on the Network Discovery System Inspector, we have a rule name titled Network Discovery New Host Found. And the condition for that rule is that the Network Discovery list of hosts has changed. If I click into the Network Discovery Host List Change condition, I can see the specific metric that makes up this condition, the inspector, the network discovery inspector. And if I click on the metric name link, I'm actually taken into the metric library, or rather where that metric exists within the metric library. And we can see that change detections have been enabled for that metric, the specific query, and the related rules. So what that means is that this metric is being used on 2 different rules. One, network discovery host added or removed from network. And then the rule that we just saw, network discovery new host found. Now you'll notice that there is also a created by column, and that is because you can create your own rules. We're not going to dive into making rules right now, but know that you can create your own rules, meaning set your own conditions for the different metrics within Liongard. But for every system inspector, there are many, many rules that Liongard deploys and pushes out, and those rules are baked in within your instance, so you should already see them within your instance. Let's filter for those real quick, and you can see them all here. Now, what can I do with rules? Well, whenever you bundle these rules, you can create what we call alert templates. And actionable alert templates are a bundle of rules that you can apply to one or multiple environments and can then integrate to a PSA or other platform that you integrate with Liongard. So in this way, you and your team can be alerted whenever any of those rules triggers an alert within Liongard or in any of the platforms that you're integrating with us. Now, here we have a list of templates. Some of them are Liongard pre-built templates, but you can also create your own template. And let's take a look. This first one here, the support template, level 1. Let's click on actions, edit template, and just see what's inside. So here I see that this template of alerts is applied only for Liongard, but I can set this template to send alerts to other integrations such as ConnectWise, Autotask. I can send it to email, so on and so forth. I can set it to active or inactive, and also make sure that alerts here notify my team's integration if I so choose to. And below you'll see all of the rules that have been applied to this template. And within these rules, I can enable or disable any of the ones that I want to be active for this template. And in this way, align my alerts to fit specific scenarios or security controls that I want to align my standards with. Now, if I go into the home dashboard, I know that I have a total open alerts tile for all of the alerts across all of my environments. And this gives you a very nice overview of where you stand as far as open alerts for each of the customers that you're managing. So here I have a list of all of those alerts that are open with each of its statuses and priorities mapped to the integrations that I am sending these alerts to. And let's go ahead and just click on this alert. We see a Windows Workstation BitLocker not enabled on an OS volume for my Acme customer environment. And the finding here, the workstation contains an OS volume that is not encrypted with BitLocker, with additional concern and actions for you and your team to have context for this alert. Obviously, all of this is customizable, allowing you to fine-tune what you want these alerts to look like for you and your team. And if we click over on the top right side, I can see this ticket in my ConnectWise board. And if I want further details into this system, I can just simply click on the View System Details page, and from then on, begin to investigate or gather more context for this alert. So our best practice here is to leverage change detections with actionable alerts so that you and your team will never miss a single configuration drift across your attack surface.